Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on the RDAllen multiplayer server on the Platinum DLC map here. And this episode, we're starting off harvesting soybeans with the Bison. An old clunker harvester here that comes with the Platinum DLC. 4.3 meter width, so not too bad on the width. And kind of a cool looking older combine. Makes for a good starter combine, I guess you could say. Anyway, just myself on the server here at the moment. And for those of you who watched the last live stream there, we finished harvesting the sugarcane there. And then we actually plowed it under and replanted it. The reason we plowed it under is so we could get that field plowed. Previously, it was not plowed before, so now it is. Again, keep in mind, sugarcane does regrow, so you don't have to replant it. In our case, the only, like I said, the reason we did it was just so we can have a plowed field. It should give us a little bit better yield, I would assume. And the only reason it wasn't plowed the first time around, the plow/cultivator we currently have doesn't work if the field's already cultivated. That seems kind of weird, but it just seems to be the way it is, so just something to keep in mind there. Anyway, on the server here, probably maybe looking at getting another field here next. Field 3 there probably would be a good idea. Also, I think it was in the live, maybe it was after the live stream, I forget. But we went ahead and picked up the horse seed and fertilizer tender. I believe it's sitting in the shed over there. We'll see once we might break that out yet this episode. Depending on how much time we got, might just throw a hired worker on this at some point. Anyway, just a reminder again, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer server, again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. Again, information for joining is in the description here. And if you want to join us on this map, this is Server 2. So make sure you download the mods to join Server 2. And then, of course, for the other multiplayer servers, we've got Who Dat, Who Dare on Server 1. Again, the Server 2 is the Platinum DLC. And Server 3 is the Monday. Again, Server 3 is our old iron server there. We got all the old iron equipment on Server 3. So for those of you who like the old stuff, definitely check out Server 3. I guess even Server 2 at the moment here. With the Bison Combine. And like I said, folks, this Combine reminds me of either, I think it was either Farming Sim 2011 or 2013. I'd like to say probably 11 that started you off with a really old Combine. Maybe it was 13. Don't remember again, but that's what this Combine reminds me of. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can see a bunch of stuff turning in there. And there as well. Cool. You can definitely tell getting a lot more detail in the equipment here in Farming Simulator 17. Both from Giants, especially from Giants, as well as from modders. And just a reminder there as well, if you do want to join us on the multiplayer servers, we ask that you do join us on TeamSpeak. It is a requirement to join us on TeamSpeak. Again, information for TeamSpeak is in the description there as well, of course. You do not need a microphone to join us on TeamSpeak, so if you don't have one, don't worry. You can still join us on TeamSpeak. And at least for the computer, TeamSpeak is free. Now, you can join us on TeamSpeak on a phone or tablet as well if you like. TeamSpeak app, however, though, at least on Android and iPhone cost a couple dollars, so it's not completely free, but you can use that as well if you like. Of course, if you're joining us on the multiplayer server here, probably means you have a PC. So, in which case you can get TeamSpeak for the PC, which, like I said, is free. Of course, keep in mind if you do want to join us on server 2 here, you do need the Platinum DLC. So just keep that in mind. I'm sure most of you folks can probably figure that out already. And, for playing on the Platinum DLC map, you have to have the Platinum DLC. Oh, 81% here. Filling up quickly. Well, maybe not really that quickly, I guess, but we got fields 1 and 2 here. I don't know if these are actually like all one field here. Why did our combine stop? Oh, that'd be why. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back here. Not sure why we lost connection to the game there, but we lost connection for some reason. Anyway, picking up where we left off here again, the old clunker combine here. And like I said, we're almost full here as well. I think we just currently have the smaller trailer down on the farm. It might be something we should look at getting a bigger one of as well. I don't believe we can use the sugarcane trailers to hold crops. In fact, I don't think even the larger ones hold any crops. No, they don't. Just the sugarcane and the pretty much the chopping and grass type of products there. And we are full. Okay. And maybe we'll... Let's see. This field have to be plowed at all? It does not. Okay. Well, actually, I guess... does our seeder no-till? I don't know if it does or not. Let's find out. Probably end up having to cultivate anyway, right? Oh, it can seed directly. Okay, so we do not need to cultivate. Nice. Kind of surprised by that for a change. A starter planter that doesn't actually require... cultivating before seeding. And there's the horse seed tender and fertilizer tender here, by the way. Stuck on the hitch there. So that's what that is. And for those who watched the horse review I did, kind of went over that a little bit more there. Seems to work out quite well. And one of the cool things there, obviously, it holds both seed and fertilizer, so that is kind of nice. Oh, no, there's a kind of a, I don't know if that's a road, kind of sort of a road, I guess, between fields 1 and 2 here yet. I'm guessing maybe our current plow probably doesn't actually give us the option for plowing these fields together. Okay, there we go. Oh, a little glitchy there. Maybe we'll fill up the combine one more time here, then we'll start seeding. Kind of split the episode maybe in about half that way, half harvesting and half reseeding. We don't have that much harvested here yet, so probably won't take us long to catch up with the seeder. The harvest here definitely has kind of an ominous tick to it, if you ask me. I don't know if folks can quite hear that, but hopefully it comes through in the video. Like I said, kind of an ominous tick, like something's about ready to die. And we'll read some comments here in a moment. Angel was saying that you can store sugarcane in the train silo. Okay, so good to know there is kind of sort of a storage point for it then. There is no storage on the main farm for sugarcane, by the way. The only option you have, at least if you want to store it on the main farm here, is to put it in a heap. Or basically dump it on the ground, essentially. The only complaint I have with that is then obviously you got to pick it back up again, which does not sound like any fun at all. Which begs the question. I wonder, I don't know if I have the Frazee active or not. I do. Frazee does, oh, it does do sugarcane. Okay, so sugarcane is listed. Nice. I was wondering if that did sugarcane or not. So you could use that to pick the sugarcane back up off the ground if you decided to go that route. And then according to Angel there, apparently you can put it in the train station, which is where? I think those are the grain elevators, right? I think there's two of them. Yeah, there's two of them. Grain elevator 3 and grain elevator 2. If there's 2 and 3, there must be a 1, right? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. So by 28, there's a grain elevator. There's a grain elevator on 2 and a grain elevator on 3. I'm assuming those are the train silos he is talking about. And I would assume you could probably unload it directly into the train as well with the trailers we have currently. The sugarcane trailers, that is. You know, obviously, they lift up and dump. I would assume that would unload straight into the train, but not sure on that. Haven't obviously tried that myself yet. Magnus was saying, I think it's great you're telling the truth about mods. It helps people to be aware of bad mods. Helps very much. Thanks again. I'm sure not all people appreciate what I've said about mods, reading from some of the comments. But again, like I said, a bad mod's a bad mod. It don't matter what it looks or how good it looks. If it doesn't function, it doesn't function. Or if it crashes your game, that's, again, even worse if you ask me. I know several people with the Go Wild Master, by the way, have said it conflicts with the Krone Ultima. I know I've mentioned this in my previous videos, but again, I do not have the Krone Ultima. We tried that a while back. I don't remember when, but we got rid of the Krone Ultima because we had, again, issues with the Krone Ultima. Another, at least the version we had, I would say was bad. Or wasn't good anyway, let's put it that way maybe. We definitely had some issues with it. So, again, I don't have the Krone Ultima. So, possibly it's conflicting with another mod. I don't know. But what I do know, the Go Wild Master I had would cause the game to crash if you used any other round baler. Didn't matter what round baler you used, any round baler, it would cause the game to crash. Both on Drummered Farms and Snetterton's. So definitely something, the Go Wild Baler, I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this, I believe what the Go Wild Baler does, it replaces the bale types that are in the game with its own. And there's something that's going wrong with that part. I don't know what, but either something's conflicting with that, maybe another mod's replacing the bale types and the Go Wilds, who knows. All I know is the Go Wild Baler, get rid of it, and the game's fine again. Don't have any troubles with bales, so... Again, it is a cool mod. It looks great. It actually works quite well, functions well. Cool concept. You can pretty much throw anything you want. I think even wood chips. I think you can bale wood chips too yet. So wood chip bales if you want. So, but yeah, if it causes the game to crash, it causes the game to crash, and that is not good. So therefore, bad mod. Like I said, and folks mentioned it could be a mod conflict, in which case, I don't know which mod it is conflict in. In my case, it's definitely not the Krone Ultima. And at least on my part, I don't really have that many baler mods. And it's only the round balers it affects, by the way. Not the square balers, just the round balers. And then, you know, again, we got the AI extension mod. Again, I'm sure the mod author put a lot of work into it. It seems like he needs to put a little more work into it. You know, there again, just a little testing of that mod. Oh, yes, this needs some tweaking yet, if you ask me. Again, we've tried it on 3 different maps, all with what I would say are pretty disastrous results. The derp level is through the roof, folks. I mean, I would definitely encourage you folks to maybe try it, see if you get better results. I mean, the concept is definitely there. It just seems like it needs a little tweaking to maybe make the worker a little bit smarter. I would maybe go ask the Giants for help on making the worker smarter, by the way. Oh, we're gonna make it to the. Whoa, we made it in. We might also just empty here. 99%. It's gotta be really close. And like I said before, with a lot of the mods, I think a lot of it comes down to, one, the mod author needs to check the mod a little more before they go out and release it. You know, and actually just verify that the mod works rather than releasing junk that doesn't work. You know, again, I picked the 9620R as an example there. There's a couple others as well, but I just like to use the 9620R as an example. You know, we got that mod, and guess what? It didn't steer. I mean, really? The mod author released it that way? Now, and here again is another question. Did the mod author release it that way, or did somebody leak it that way? I don't know which. You know, if the mod author released it that way, major shame on him for doing that. And if somebody leaked it, yeah, nothing but low-life scumbag there. And again, unfortunately, that is what's causing a lot of problems in the modding community. A lot of modders are getting sick and tired of the, again, let's face it, low-life scumbags that are leaking mods, either that are not finished, which is where some of the problems probably come with the mods we have, or just plain leaking mods that mod authors want to keep private. Now, I can argue with the mod authors that want to keep mods private. It's like, why would you want to keep it private? Just, you know, publicly release it. There's definitely people, I'm sure, that'll like to use it. But, hey, they made it. If they want to keep it private, that's up to them. I'm not gonna argue with that one. Anyway, moving on in the comments here, before we talk too much and just talk about bad mods here for the entire episode. Steve was saying the seed tender will fit on the semi with a 5th wheel. All you have to do is disconnect it from the trailer and pull beside the semi. And then the semi hit R and it will attach automatic. Cool. I will definitely have to try that with a 5th wheel. So I'm assuming maybe it'll like work with the Lizard truck then. That would definitely be really cool. You get a mobile fertilizer and seed refill. And there is a liquid one as well. It's obviously separate with a liquid tank. JD Power was saying trying to get my console to play on a PC is like trying to get a 3-year-old to eat broccoli. I'm fairly certain you can get the 3-year-old to eat the broccoli easier than you can my console to play on a PC. Jer. Oh, here's another bad mod comment. Okay. Jer was saying, I totally agree when it comes to stealing of mods. Take Hobbs Farm, for example. The last official version is 2.5, and they work with a multi-fruit version. He was saying it is the person who has released 4.5, and as he claims, he has permission, but the map was released without permission. I did not even know that. Jer also went on to say unfortunately, there are many good modders who no longer make mods because they do not get the respect or the copyright from the mods they have made. Yes, I was not aware of that with Hobbs Farm. I forget what version we played. I'd like to say it probably was like 2.5. 4.5, I think, is the one with the factories and stuff on it. And arguably, it does a little bit of a gray area with the mods and stealing them. But I would argue if the mod author made it, for example, of a map, you know, the right thing to do is to go ask the map maker if you can release an edit. I would say it's okay if you make an edit of the map and not ask them, but if you want to release said edit, in that case, I think you should have permission to do so from the mod author. That would be my opinion on that situation. So yes, if that's true that the person that released version 4.5 of Hobbs didn't actually get permission, I would definitely throw them in the low-life scumbag category, if that's true. And like I said, I don't know for sure that it is, but according to Jer there. Kentucky Farmer was saying, I believe the Horse Mac was part of the mod contest. You know what? Now that you say that, I think you're right on that. I believe I read that from the Horse. I had forgotten about that. Jeremy was saying, I think sprayers can usually do about 15-20 miles per hour in the field. I would agree with you on that statement. Again, I don't get why Giants insists. Sprayers here, they're self-propelled sprayers. 7 miles an hour. 7 miles an hour. Bloody 7 miles per hour. Like, really? I don't understand that. And for those of you who wonder why I never used the self-propelled sprayers, that is one of the reasons. Second reason, obviously, the booms can get caught and stuff, like especially on modded maps where there might be trees and whatnot around. But yeah, 7 miles an hour. It's like, really? One thing I definitely do want to use, though, is the larger Horse fertilizer spreader. I don't know if we'll use it on this map or not. We'll see once maybe at some point, but definitely want to give that a try. That looks pretty cool, especially with the tracks. Again, for those who have not seen it, definitely go check out the Horse Pack. I do have a video on my channel about it. I think there's a couple other YouTubers that have videos on it now as well. It is free. So completely free, folks. You get a completely free pack with all the horse equipment in it. For those of you who like larger equipment, definitely worth checking that one out. You know, the Platinum DLC are kind of a little bit smaller equipment. The Horse Pack, kind of the opposite. Much larger equipment. 12-meter cultivators, 12-meter seeders, large sprayer, row track version of the Challenger tractors. And again, at least at this point, sorry console users, but it is not available for the console yet. Giant says they have or are looking into the possibility of putting it on the console, but at least at this point it's not. So PC only. Again, I don't know if it's kind of a DLC, I guess, extra content pack. So kind of the Horse DLC, extra content, whatever you folks want to call it. Jatori was saying, this is South America. You don't need no stinking runway. Good point, I guess. Good point with the plane there. Jatori was also saying on the Horse map there, it's Agrovation, by the way. The Horse map, or the map that comes with the Horse Pack, is the Agrovation map. He says strange things about most maps. They'll start you out with $5 million worth of equipment on a massive farm complex, but you only own a couple fields. Weird. Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere, I guess. I mean, if you owned everything right off the bat, well, what's there to buy or get? John was saying Horse Pack looks really nice. Win for the PC users. I would definitely agree with you on that one. Oh, you know what? We said we were going to start... oh, we're full. Okay. Said we were going to start seating there. Got too busy reading comments and completely forgot about that. Can I hire you? I can. Okay. We'll go unload you. Ooh, I'm going to have to unload this too, aren't I? Jetty Master was asking, will the Platinum, or I'm sorry, not the Platinum, will the Horse DLC always be free? I would assume so, yes. I mean, I don't know why Giants, and I don't think they can either, because I don't know Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on it. I'm not sure that Giants actually made the horse pack. There might have been some other modders that did that. I don't recall. Yeah, pretty cool on this map, by the way. A lot of the doors open and close. Again, on the house there. You have to tell Giants put some work into some of the detail on this map, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's grab... Where is larger tractor here? There it is on that. I'm assuming this is a larger tractor anyway. Yes. Chat was saying, score! May we have a moment of silence for the console. If this doesn't make the PC supreme, what will? Talking about the horse pack there. Oh, let's see. What shall we plant? We gotta have anything in storage. We got nothing in storage, so we can pretty much plant one. How about some barley? Airsoft and Corbo was asking, will you do a series on aggravation? Again, that's the horse map. I might. We'll have to see once. Maybe do like a little short series on it or something. That would definitely be kind of fun. Blue Fleet was saying, a free pack. Now let's see if I can get it installed. The horse pack, by the way, comes with a self-installing EXE. And then at least the one I had, you had to manually install the map. I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but that's the way I got it. So just something to be aware of. And again, if you want the horse pack, there is a link in my horse video review there, right in the description. Again, it's free. So we do have it on the multiplayer server here. So most of it's under like cultivators here. We got 3 cultivators. There's a couple cedars. The 2 red ones here and a bunch of other stuff. So like I said, really, really good pack. Definitely highly suggest you check that out. Definitely would be interested in seeing more packs like that. You know, maybe get some of the equipment companies, you know, to sponsor the packs like that. That would be pretty cool, like Porsche. Michigan Farmer was saying though they use those type of trailers around my grandpa's farm for all sorts of produced crops. And by produce, I'm assuming he's talking like, you know, vegetable type crops maybe. Talking about the dump trailers there, by the way. David was asking, do you have to unload the sugarcane trailer from the harvester to unload? No, you do not. Yeah, the first time I used it there, and again, for those of you who watched, well, actually, I guess I showed it in the video there, and it showed it again in the live stream there, too. It's mouse controls. You actually have to manually tip it with a mouse. So that's actually pretty cool. You can do that. Ryan was saying the Case A8800 sugarcane harvester cuts 4 rows of sugarcane at a time. Seems a little odd to me. It seems like it should only actually be 2. Because the 2-row cedar is, according to the information, is 2 rows. And that is 2 meters. And then the sugarcane harvester is also 2 meters. So, seems like it should be 2 rows, but might actually be right on that. At least visually speaking, that might look like it's 4. Kentucky Farmer was saying, I like the grain bins on this map. Wish all maps had them. There is actually a bin pack out there. If you like the bins, I guess you can't quite see them. They're behind the trees there. Kind of the American style grain bins there. There is a bin pack out there. You can get... Oh, is the combine full already, I guess? Nathan was asking, will the horse pack be coming to the console anytime soon? Like I said, from what I've read, Giants is supposedly looking into it. That's all I know at this point, so... JC Game was saying... Oh, I should have lifted the cedar up. Oops. Oh, well. JC was saying, looks like an awesome setup. Thank you for sharing. Talking about the horse pack there. Hi, it's me who's asking, how can I get the horse pack? Link was in the description of that video, by the way. And I'll try to remember, I'll throw it up in my mod list as well. I don't think I have it there yet, but I'll try to remember to throw it up in the mod list as well. Anyway, with that, folks, I think we better wrap it up here. Again, a reminder, if you want to join us on the multiplayer servers, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. Again, information for joining is in the description here. If you want to join us on Server 2, make sure you download Server 2 mods. This is the Platinum DLC here. Platinum DLC map and equipment. We don't have much for mods on here at the moment. Just, you know, a small handful compared to what we normally have. So anyway, if folks have any other comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.